Hello everybody and welcome to Enigma of Fear. So one of the comments in the last video mentioned that new things have been added in the cathedral section of Jazzer's playable area, basically. And I came in and went to look at it, and yes, there is some documents here now, and this a recording. Let's listen to the recording, then we'll jump into talking a bit more about the story and some of these documents, and also how it all connects to the answers provided by the ciphered first items.
It's all here. I finally get it. Only the God of Fear can change that.
That's a basic thing. This is the close, a shorter version of only the God of Fear can bring about the other end. Let's look at this. The mark contains everything. Marks, melodies, memories. The fissure is the mark of the unhaunted one. Playing the melody creates a copy of the fissure. A song containing all the events of this place, all its memories. If a life begins and ends at the perimeter, then the fissure contains its entire life. The past and the future. There's only one way to get Sophia back. The song has to change before the end, another ending. How to restart the song. Actually, how to change the song. So, yes, the fissure is the mark of the unhaunted one. The mark of fear contains everything in the perimeter. Everything that happens in the perimeter is essentially bound to Jazzer's life. Technically, Jazzer contains the memories of everything. I mean, that's why he knows what's going to happen to everybody. That's why he knows when we go in the straw mansion, how we can see, this is what happened to this person. They only discovered fear at this point. Fear did this to them or did that to them. So, he already knows because he's seen it. Even though he is not in the specific scenes, and it's why when we see the image of everything that was happening in the perimeter, like what the Order was doing, he's in every one of the scenes, because in a way he's there. He has a perception of everything by knowing everything. Which is what he says. He remembers it all every single time. Plus, he has that full HUD that tells him the objectives of everything. So, yes, the Mark of Fear holds all the memories of the perimeter, and Jazzer knows everything because, the perimeter is his life. So that's cool. It's essentially connecting those dots and informing you a bit of it. Sustaining infinity. Repetition effect of the use is increased by amount of energy. So with the perpetual engine, you add a bunch of energy. But there's no point in just repeating the whole life of the 101. If the repetition has to happen before the pillars even exist, you need to repeat infinity. Because, anything multiplied by infinity is infinity. So, yeah, that one of the ciphers says, the pillars hold eternity even before they come into being. This is the result of activating the cycle forever. Because they exist forever, because they have always existed. That way the pillars always exist, even if chronologically speaking, in a given cycle, they are created after Verity leaves the perimeter. In fact, Verity returning is also in the cipher results. One of them is he returns. So, again, yes, everybody knows that Verity will return because he always returns, because that's part of the cycle. Because Verity is trapped in the cycle as well. The creation of the pillars. Everything was already here for the prophecy to be complete. The perimeter only exists because the cycle has always existed. There is no choice. The crystals are positioned in molds within the ooze. Each pillar contains a huge crystal eye to be able to observe at the core of its structure, which, when activated, will start the cycle of repeating time. The mark is applied to the pillars. Neither the ooze or the crystals are capable of storing information. That's the part I don't really get. The crystals are meant to be seen, to see things, unless that when you activate the ooze, the repetition, and combined with the eye sees the memories in the mark, and the ooze just makes that a permanent effect. Essentially, what I'm guessing that way works is the pillar is a record player. The mark is the LP, it's the record. The ooze is the player, and the eye is the needle that goes on the record and plays it back. It does the actual, makes the music sound. Makes the music come out. The eye reads the mark, and it reads so infinitely, but it needs energy to be activated so it can read. That's how the pillars work. The pillars are positioned and connected to the perpetual engine. They're connected all around the perimeter, so they can, see the whole perimeter, basically. Everything within the area is affected, and the memories of the mark are repeated. Infinity becomes real. Perfect. We already know this. Next one. The beginning is the end. The last memory overflows when a new life is repeated. The birth of the unhaunted one brings the vision as an echo of the cycle. The vision is a reminder of the previous cycle, not a prediction. The vision isn't clear, but we all know it's real. Well, we all see exactly what we need to have seen to complete our role. What caused our vision? Mia's birth. If we look at the birth of Jaser, it begins with his mother's death cry. She cries out as he's being born, and she dies afterwards. And we see Abraham being affected and his eyes turning green, having his vision. At the moment of Mia's birth, we hear Sophia's death cry as she cries during her birth. She has her, she dies during her birth. So yes, Sophia's death is the cause of it. Is coincides, but it's the birth of Mia, the second unhaunted one, that causes it. Because we see that Callisto, at the moment of her death, his eyes also go green and he has his vision. It is the birth of the unhaunted one that causes the vision. The new life is repeated. And we also know from the ciphers that the seed of impossibility germinates twice. So yes, there are two unhaunted ones. Then we have only the God of Fear will bring her back. Only I can do this. This is where he is. This is the mistake. Thinking that Sophia can be brought back. Jaser at the end of the game makes a sacrifice and allows Mia to exist beyond the cycle. Because her life is tied to the cycle as well. She was born in the perimeter. Her memories, her past, and her future are inside the perimeter. Without the perimeter, if the perimeter ceases to exist, if the cycle ends, she also ends. It'll be like she never existed. Because she does exist. That means she had to be born. And the fact that, she exists beyond the cycle doesn't change the facts of her birth. Which means her mother dies at childbirth. Sophia still dies. That's the sad thing for Callisto. That's the bummer in his story, I think. And we know this because we see the grave at the end of the game. And we know that Sophia Barat, I think that's Callisto's surname. We see a grave with SB on it. That's Sophia Barad. Yeah, Sophia. So even with the other ending, Sophia still dies. She dies in childbirth, giving birth to Mia. Does she die exactly where? I mean, is there a reason why she's buried there? Maybe it's a consequence of the breaking of the cycle. Maybe she's there because she was supposed to die there, but then the perimeter was never meant to be. So some timey-wimey nonsense. Or simply put, after we break the cycle, the area around the Straw Mansion is actually pretty nice woodland area. So maybe it's a good place to bury her. And the thing is, we see Jaser complaining a lot about the cycle, his life, how there's no choice. And there is something interesting in the Cipher of the Curse items, where it says, all tyranny is destined to conceive the progeny of its own end. The tyranny in this being, I think, the endless cycle. The thing that keeps Jaser trapped. So, that's Mia. Mia is the progeny that marks the end of the cycle. Because it's in meeting Mia is the thing that never happens. It's the thing that makes Jaser go, what is going on here? It's the moment he pretty much snaps. That's when the god of fear manifests. That's when he feels fear, perhaps. Maybe it's not fear. I don't know if Jaser felt fear there or excitement, or maybe both. Likely fear, because, it makes the god of fear manifest. And then, that brings about the other ending in the end. Though we all know that the true hero, the true unhaunted one, is Lupi. Lupi saves the world. We all know that. That's the real answer. Lupi's the one to save the world. Now here's something I wanted to talk about. I will likely do a longer video where I go over the different elements of the plot. And most likely one of my Everything You Need to Know videos, where I kind of discuss, everything about the game, all the great stuff. Kind of maybe if someone sees it, they'll be interested in playing the game. That's kind of my hope with all the Everything You Need to Know videos. But one thing I am very interested now is in the ARG for Enigma of Fear. I am very interested in, all the clues that led to different announcements and Easter eggs and bonus features and so on. Especially because at the end of all the ciphers that I solved, there was finding that sword. That sword that has, a word that you need to decipher as well. And that then, going to a specific link, you download an image called, I'll forget the name of the image. I'll put the image itself right here on the video. If anyone has solved this, please let me know not only the solution, but tell me how it's solved. Because I've been racking my brain. Trying to figure out how to solve that image, how to extract any modicum of any mote of information from it, try to decipher what the next step in the ARG is. And I have no idea. No clue whatsoever. I've looked all forms of cipher relating to images that I could imagine. Nothing. Nothing so far. So, if anyone knows how that is solved, and of course, the solution, please let me know. I wasn't part of the ARG for the first, for the development of the game, but I want to know where the next one will lead. Is it a new season of Orden Paranormal? Is it Enigma of Fear 2? Perimeter Boogaloo? I don't know. Is it Jaser will return? Will he be back? Will he show up like someone from Terminator appearing buck naked somewhere else in the world? I want to know. I really want to know. The cool thing about the ciphers for the cursed items is that though a lot of them are very cryptic, most of them relate to the events of the plot. The fear awakened in the one incapable of being haunted germinates the impossible, the other ending, the appearance of the god of fear when he meets it. An infinite distortion, even if contained, echoes through all dimensions and directions. Basically, the perimeter has effects on the outside world, or is felt, or it's possible to detect the perimeter. I mean, something drew the order here. The prophecy shares through gnosis. Fine. The blood of origin has yet to flow. That one I'm not sure of just yet what it means. It could be the use, it could be the cyclical nature of it. I don't know. Elevation requires sovereignty. Means nothing right now. Within infinity, the knowledge of the prophecy is spread out and preserved. That's the pillars. The pillars reading the memories of the perimeter in perpetuity. All tyranny is destined to conceive the progeny of its own end. Mia. On the threshold of the cycle, the last moment echoes through the rise. I said, the last moment of the cycle creates a vision. The vision is not a prediction. It's simply the memory of the previous cycle. That's the echo. An eternity destined to collapse. That's the plot. That's the end game of the game. The events of the game cause the eternity, the perimeter, the cycle to end. Someone is bound to hear the echo of the melody that is yet to be. Letitia had it. She heard that echo. Grandma Straw also heard the echo of that melody. It says it's a melody that is not created, only repeated, can only be heard and repeated. Only a tree nourished by fear can bear the impossible fruit. That's both mamas. The perimeter is that tree. That's the bears the impossible fruit. There's a lot of language in terms of fruits and seeds in the ciphers. At least that's my guess on this one. Everything that has been takes root as what will be. Essentially, it's a combination of the cycle and also that thing of when the cycle ends, the vision is an echo of the past cycle and so on. A call to the end germinates the seed. More or less the same thing we said before. This one is really more about the need to end the cycle, perhaps. I'm not sure of this one. This one I'm rambling. The true choice is the choice that Jaser makes at the end. The first time he can actually make a choice. The seed germinates twice. Hey, Jaser and Mia. And the pillars hold eternity even before they come into being. We've covered this. I really like this game. I like it a lot. There are things I would like, for example, with Jaser, when you load up into his area, into his section, for example, if I go into the main menu. Something I would like is once you unlock this, it'd be great, one, if you could click here and it does the thing. Or if you put in the symbols, if you could decide if you want to restart Jaser's section or go straight into the mausoleum, basically. Mausoleum, no, the cathedral. It would be great if you could do that. Same with Verity. Do you want to, go to the beginning, jump ahead? It would be kind of cool, just so you don't have to go through the same sections over and over again. skipping cutscenes would also be great. Those are things I would love in the game. But overall, in terms of content, in terms of story, it is phenomenal. For me, I think the greatest success is that it's a game that you can fully understand and fully enjoy, knowing absolutely nothing about Orden Paranormal. You can fully enjoy it knowing absolutely nothing. You know how I know? Because I know absolutely nothing. I've only seen half of the first episode of the first season of Orden Paranormal. That's as far as I've gotten. I would love to watch more. I just haven't had the time. Lots to see, lots to play, lots to record. Plus my own tabletop RPGs, stuff that I'm doing post-production on. There's a lot, okay? There's a lot. But I've enjoyed my time with Orden Paranormal. I still have a couple of videos that I want to do. They will take a bit of time, though. I will ask for your patience because I need to do some other stuff first. I have a new set of videos I want to do on an old action horror series that I love, though it's kind of forgotten. That's the thing, abandoned perhaps. But yeah, that's gonna be it for me for now. And everything in terms of the playthrough of Enigma of Fear. But again, I repeat, if you have solved, or you know how the new clue for the ARG is solved, please let me know. Please point me in the right direction. I am very much invested in completing that, but I have no idea and need some help. But again, thank you for joining me. And again, big hug, big appreciation to everybody from the Brazilian community of Orden Paranormal and Enigma of Fear. You guys have been incredibly supportive, and I thank you so much for it. I hope everybody is enjoying their holidays, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.